I know what you're thinking, Chapter 5 Season 4 just started, so there's no way Chapter 6 could have been leaked already. Well, with the release of Season 4, so much has poured out about it, and no, I'm not just talking about OG Chapter 2 on the roadmap as well as Chapter 6 that got revealed earlier this year. Rather so, specific updates including first person, new movement mechanics, the overall theme, skins in the battle pass, bosses upcoming, and let's not of course forget the Chapter 5 finale event getting us there from OG Chapter 2 itself. Stop, don't forget I'm an official Epic partner, so before you pick anything up from the shop, make sure to enter code FM1 inside there, being one of the shortest and easiest codes to enter, only 3 digits long. It would mean the world to me and my dog Charlie the Charcoal Pug now that we've got the brand new cutout, so that means another purchase had to be made. Last video I wanted to know the name of this, so here's a bunch of hearted comments on screen right now that got that right. Today however I want to know the name of this, so let me know down below in the comments, and if it gets hearted it could be showed on screen in the next video, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, as after all it only benefits you, with us gifting different subscribers every single day, with some proof of that recently on screen right now. Before we hop into the Chapter 6 stuff, of course we've got to go through the entirety of this season, going back to OG Chapter 2 at the end of it, and then from a finale event onto the brand new Chapter 6 island, with the time between Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 securing these finale events to be annual, just like the chapter durations where we see a huge one at the end of the year. Of course we can't forget the smaller scale or mini live events or just live events in general that we've been seeing throughout the start of Chapter 5 every season, from Pandora's box raising out of the ground with the Titan hand holding it, to then this statue actually activating, striking it with lightning in the river Styx, and then last season the Wanderer spoiling Megalodon's plans, going behind his back at the last minute, exploding Red Line rig before it could refuel the Leviathan, revealing that Pandora's box had somehow been underneath this new wasteland area at the time from initially sinking into River Styx at the end of the Chapter 5 Season 2 event. Why am I mentioning that, you may be wondering? Well, it actually has to do with Pandora's box being a forefront of not only how this chapter has developed so far, but ultimately how it comes to an end going back into OG Chapter 2, as we saw Dr. Doom in the trailer of Chapter 5 Season 4 reopen it or try and harness the power, revealing himself as, you know, the Wanderer that we initially speculated last season, thanks to his cloaked resemblance not only to the original Dr. Doom skin from Chapter 2 Season 4, but also because of the roadmap and the placeholder image for Chapter 5 Season 4, including Dr. Doom on the front cover of the Fantastic Four Edition 7 comic book. Despite all the other factors, this season has only proved the 2024 roadmap further reliable, despite other things coming through on here such as Carol G, Fall Guys, Pirates of the Caribbean, Chapter 5 Season 3, you name it. The most interesting part about all of this though is at the end of the roadmap itself, showing Chapter 2 Season 1, Season 2 and Season 3's key art alongside what seems to be the device, which was the Chapter 2 Season 2 live event, directly next to a box saying Chapter 6, which may actually be our first look at the official Chapter 6 logo, which I've managed to make in better quality on screen right now. Thanks to the leaks that have literally just poured out, it seems all of this on the roadmap has actually been confirmed despite our previous speculation, just like OG Chapter 1, where we started halfway through the first chapter in Season 5 and went all the way through until Season X, where the finale event initially occurred, and it would be in a remix form. This would have made sense for Chapter 2 rotating throughout several seasons up until Chapter 2 Season 8, where we saw the finale event or flipping over of the island again in a remix form, which could have involved the Cube Cradle this time around, but sadly it doesn't look like this is going to be the case. Briefly before we dive onto that though, with this season ending according to the Battle Pass on November 2nd, it looks like this isn't getting delayed or changed at all, as everything seems to be on schedule for this season, announced already in terms of the updates: 31.10 September 4th, 31.20 September 17th, 31.30 October 1st, 31.40 October 15th, and then Fortnite OG2 November 2nd. Throughout that time frame now, the story's going to make more sense, obviously leading up to a live event that actually sends us back in time to Chapter 2. From when so, upcoming story quest release dates: Are We Doomed August 20th, Heroes Assemble August 27th, Shuri's Invention September 4th, The Illusionist September 10th, I Am Iron Man September 17th, and Diamond in the Raft September 24th. He also notes that these could always change, as they did for the Beware the Wanderer quest last season, meaning there could be more added onto this at the end, but these are the ones we know as of now, and we already know this Part 6 story dialogue from Hope dropping on September 24th. She states, I think we're ready to face Doom. I mean, as ready as I'll ever be. I'll admit I'm scared, but I'm doing it anyway. I can't promise to be perfect, but I can promise that as long as I'm standing, I won't stop fighting. The story now has taken an unexpected turn from obviously the Underground versus the Wastelanders last season, trying to fight off Megalodon, to the new foe or opponent, Dr. Doom now, who seems an enormous threat considering Galactus' destroyed head has appeared on the outskirts of the island, which makes sense considering in the comic books he actually did manage to defeat him himself. Remember how before this season started too, we saw Stark Tech around the island, of course, and with Robert Downey Jr., who played Iron Man, or Tony Stark, now being the new Doctor Doom in the MCU, which is nothing new if you're a fan of the comic books, considering Tony Stark in one of the Marvel comic book universes actually did take on the role of Doctor Doom instead of Iron Man, as these star beacons have been seen again in a leak loading screen that Shuri is obviously standing on top of, with us knowing we're going to have to go through another timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly event to go back to Chapter 2 itself. At the very end of this season, could the turning back of time actually tell us what happened to Galactus' helmet, or why it's here right now completely smashed into, and who knows, potentially be another foe for the second Marvel season, as we saw him as a boss in the last one, trying to harness the power of the 0 point in the centre of the island again, after all. And while the NPC in Chapter 5 Season 2, when asking about endless stars, stated eons ago and very far away, a hungry beast consumed star after star to warm its belly. Each light fizzled all too soon, and the beast grew restless for a light that could warm it forever. They say the beast still roams the dark, hunting for some eternal warmth it cannot snuff out. All of that dialogue previously teasing his return, and the head now back on the island, I don't believe is a coincidence in the storyline moving forward, especially since it's 4 years ago today when I'm recording that the original Marvel Chapter 2 Season 4 season actually released with him in. Either way, all of this inevitably leads us back to OG Chapter 2, which, like the start of this season, August 16th, we saw Karol G come for Fortnite Festival Season 5. Snoop Dogg will be coming along as confirmed on the roadmap also for Fortnite Festival Season 6. And with us knowing from the original OG, we started around halfway through as previously mentioned, rotating until Season X in a kind of remixed fashion through the map change that occurred to a remixed live event or ending finale. We assume the same would be said for going back to Chapter 2 instead of the 3 first season key arts of Chapter 2 shown on the roadmap, but it looks like, again, these have been proven right thanks to Wenso and other data miners posting the Chapter 2 OG schedule, which of course is subject to change. Season 1 from November 2nd to November 9th, Season 2 from November 9th to November 23rd, and Season 3 from November 23rd to November 30th, with the Device 2.0 Quail codename event on November 30th itself. Honestly, this has put a huge spanner in the works in terms of our predictability or expectations for what's going to be happening. Firstly, because the Device Live event was not the finale one and actually occurred in Chapter 2 Season 2, even though we're going to be going already into what that caused, flooding the island. Chapter 2 Season 3 is the final season of OG Chapter 2. If that's the case, how is it going to occur in this already flooded season, or is something going to happen where it gets completely reversed and then spits us back out into another reality, being the Chapter 6 island? Considering the roadmap was right about this, that data miners confirmed, of course, from taking a look at the Chapter 6 section, as we can see from zooming in very vaguely, it seems very similar to Chapter 4 in the fashion of a floating island, but obviously multiple surrounding the Chapter 6 logo. Despite us not seeing the map yet, Sheena posted on August 20th about the Chapter 6 live event occurring with a black hole-like downtime that will last several hours, and during the downtime we'll see multiple teasers for Chapter 6 Season 1. As included in the image he attached to that post, of course, I'm guessing it would be like a fixed downtime screen that we previously saw that we can then exit and actually go on to play other creative islands during that time. One of the big features after downtime lifts with the start of a new chapter at the start of December this year, however, like we see every year, is first person, which initially was shown for the first time, the actual camera or POV for this, made by Epic Games in the State of Unreal livestream. They also did announce in this livestream itself, despite showing off the Fall Guys mode and integration for the first time that we're now seeing roll out, the fact that Battle Royale in 2025 and beyond would be made using the capability and tools of the developed then UEFN, which will be good enough to do so. Features have been shown and leaked about Chapter 6 for quite some time now, including this post on May 24th from Hypex this year. There will be a swinging mechanic and gyms. The same day he also followed up with the Chapter 6 leak of what the animations will look like for the upcoming swinging mechanic, which looks like this, obviously blown up entirely on screen right now to get all of the stages of what we'll go through when swinging and holding a weapon. To add to that, 2 months later, Hypex posted Fortnite Chapter 6 drops info, prone mechanic, swinging mechanic, possible new modes, creative pet support, releases December 1st, and a possible floating islands theme. With everything then going quiet for Chapter 6 leaks until the release of Chapter 5 Season 4, Wenso posted August 17th, the day after that, the Chapter 6 Season 1 codename is Fire Petal. It will include multiple bosses, swinging, rappelling, and other new movement mechanics. He then followed up with the Chapter 6 Season 1 bosses or NPCs. There will be a wandering boss, includes 2 sets of bosses, 2 bosses under FS and 2 more under P. Note that these shortened codenames are usually the actual names of the NPCs. He replied to that post with an example of this season, EF equals Emma Frost and DB equals Doombot. And with all of that pouring out and the codename being revealed already as Fire Petal, Aiko posted the following theory, which I can't agree more with. Chapter 6 theory: Chapter 6 could be themed around Japanese culture again. It's codenamed Fire Petal and there's multiple themed survey skins around this. The last kind of Japanese culture integrated season we saw was Chapter 4 Season 2 with the integration rated map changes and battle pass skins. And from taking a look at the Fortnite surveys now, Eiko is not wrong. As you can see, all of these could nicely fit the theme of this kind of Japanese culture, once again codenamed Fire Petal for Chapter 6 overall, and as a battle pass since its beginning in Chapter 1 Season 2 makes up of 8 skins every single season. It's safe to say 8 off here could make up the Chapter 6 Season 1 battle pass, and the other themed ones or necessary ones could rotate throughout the item shop at any point after the season releases. Drop a like if you're hyped for Chapter 6, subscribe for more leaks with all notifications turned on, and don't forget I'm an Epic partner, so enter code FM1 right now or the next time you log on, as nobody's doing it like me and Charlie the Charcoal Pug, getting a giant cutout of our code to simply show our love and support to you guys, the community rocking it. But as for where you go to now, YouTube's recommending you the following videos as it knows where you want to go next whilst you wait for the very next upload I do publish on the channel.